Master Ugo and I are here to talk about how Moneyball is a good way to talk about personal finances also.
There are rich teams and there are poor teams. Then there's 50 feet of crap. And then there's us.
That's $1, man.
What?
Welcome to Oakland.
I need more money.
We're not New York. Find players with the money that we do have.
I like Perez.
Got an ugly girlfriend. Ugly girlfriend means no confidence.
You guys are talking the same old nonsense like we're looking for Fabio. We got to think differently.
Who's Fabio?
So Moneyball is a movie about a baseball team that didn't have enough money to pay for good players. They lost all their best players to big market teams and they had to rebuild their team.
Your goal shouldn't be to buy players. Your goal should be to buy wins. And in order to buy wins, you need to buy runs.
Who are you?
I'm Peter Brand.
First job in baseball?
It's my first job anywhere.
Now in Moneyball, they learn to go past that and stretch their dollar more by looking at actual value through different statistics and through facts and stuff like that to see what exactly adds to the team.
How are these guys going to survive when they have X amount of money and their competitors have 10 times that amount of money? What these guys decided was we got to look for new knowledge. We got to question everything. They found great inefficiencies in the way they were valuing players.
Bean had to find undervalued players. He looked beyond traditional metrics like batting average and RBIs and instead relied on often overlooked statistics like on-base percentage and slugging percentage, numbers that were actually better indicators of a player's ability to create runs.
We were really trying to rob some of the things that were going on Wall Street and trying to apply them because, finding value is ultimately what they were trying to do on Wall Street and we were trying to do in baseball.
Sometimes learning how to stretch our money is being able to be better at determining value. And most of us are really quite horrible about it because of the biases in the human brain, which is what they talk about in Moneyball also.
We'll find value in players that nobody else can see. People are overlooked for a variety of biased reasons and perceived flaws. Age, appearance, personality. Bill James and mathematics cut straight through that.
In my class, we talk about how determining value is all about understanding true cost and true benefit. The true cost we talk a lot about in the last video that I did, which is that time it goes into our money. So every time we're spending money, we're actually spending part of our time or our life, and that we trade it for an item. Now we need to look beyond the item, just like in Moneyball, how they look beyond the player to see runs and wins. But we need to look beyond the item to see what it actually benefits us. What kind of happiness does it bring? So that we have to understand how much time and how much happiness we get out of it to see if we're actually getting good value for what we're paying. Sometimes we overvalue or pay too much for things based on what they actually give us, such as what Brian Regan's talking about here when he went shopping for a refrigerator.
We needed a refrigerator for our new place, and I've never bought a refrigerator in my whole life. I went into the appliance store. There's like 900 of them lined up. There's a salesman there. What's this guy supposed to say about refrigerators? Well, you have this refrigerator right here. This keeps all your food cold for 600. You've got this refrigerator. This keeps all your food cold for 800. Check this out. 1400 keeps all your food cold.
Now, some players are undervalued because they provide a benefit that nobody can really see.
I believe there's a championship team that we could afford because everyone else undervalues them, like an island of misfit toys.
We want you at first base.
I've only ever played catcher.
It's not that hard, Scott. Tell him, Watch.
It's incredibly hard.
He can't throw. But what can he do?
You want me to speak?
We're not pointing you yet.
He gets on base.
We are card counters at the blackjack table. We're going to turn the odds on the casino.
Just like in Moneyball, there's many things that we undervalue that actually don't cost a whole lot of money, but actually provide a whole lot of happiness according to all the statistics. Like exercise, or playing a new musical instrument like the piano, or like volunteering at the local soup kitchen. Our brains are constantly making judgments about what's worth spending money on and what's not. The problem is it's oftentimes overvaluing and undervaluing things. Things that we really want will oftentimes make up all kinds of reasons as to why we should get it, even though if those are fake reasons.
It's a super trendy hat.
It's a tightrope for an acrobat.
And then we'll overlook things that might actually be of benefit.
Die! Let it die, let it die, let it shrivel up and... Come on, who's with me, huh?
Nobody.
You greedy dirtbag!
Master Googling and I just remind you all to subscribe and like.
But nobody's gonna buy that thing.
Good to know. Well, fortunately, you're not the target market, weirdo.